The outbreak of war in Ukraine on the 24th of February this year has brought considerable strain on the cohesion of our global order, which has caused several losses of lives and mass displacements of people. In response to the unfolding development, the government of Ghana took an urgent decision to evacuate our nationals from harm's way from Ukraine. The decision was carried out as follows. Pre-crisis stage. Prior to the evacuation, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration put in place an emergency evacuation plan. In this regard, the ministry, through its frontline missions in Bern, Switzerland, and Prague, the Czech Republic, honorary consulates in Kyiv, Ukraine, and the leadership of the National Union of Ghanaian Students, NUGS, Ukraine, collated information, which is data, on the names of Ghanaians numbering 1,200, majority of whom are students in Ukraine. The data helped in the preparation for the evacuation exercise. Evacuation stage. Mr. Speaker, in view of the sudden outbreak of the conflict, following weeks of intensive but unsuccessful preventive diplomatic measures by world leaders and the closure of the Ukrainian airports, the ministry, through its stakeholders, notably Ghana's honorary consul in Kyiv, religious bodies such as the Church of Pentecost, NUGS Ukraine, arranged buses for the evacuation of Ghanaian nationals to the immediate neighboring states. As a result of such collaborative efforts, our nationals were able to cross the Ukrainian frontiers and took temporary shelter in Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, Romania, and the Czech Republic. They were received and provided with temporary accommodation and food in the mentioned neighboring states. Religious bodies such as the Church of Pentecost, and partly by the government of Ghana prior to their evacuation to Ghana. Considering the magnitude of the situation, the ministry deployed additional staff from our Vatican, Bern, Berlin, and Vienna missions to Poland and Hungary to complement the efforts of the honorary consuls in those countries with the process of evacuation of our nationals to Ghana at our government's expense. Mr. Speaker, during the evacuation process, I dispatched one of my deputies, Honorable Thomas Imbomba, to Hungary, Romania, and Poland on the 4th of March 2022 to ascertain at first hand the situation on the ground as regards the evacuation exercise. He met some of our compatriots, representatives of religious bodies and host officials assisting the government of Ghana in the evacuation process. He also used the occasion to encourage our compatriots of government preparedness to assist in airlifting those willing to be evacuated to Ghana. Mr. Speaker, of considerable distress to the ministry during the evacuation exercise was the siege by Russian forces of the northern Ukrainian city of Sumy, where 100 Ghanaian students and several thousands of foreign nationals, notably students, took refuge under bomb shelters owing to Russian shelling of the city. However, following the agreement between the Russian and Ukrainian forces in the middle of March for the creation of humanitarian corridors for the safe passage of displaced persons and relief agencies, all our compatriots in Sumy successfully made their way to safety, largely via Hungary. A few others escaped through the Russian Federation. Thanks be to God, there was no report of death of any Ghanaian in the crisis.